So I see someone like GSP. Okay, does all this preparation. Wants to make sure he's physically the best going in. Fine. That's one thing. But then I say, okay, here's someone, GSP, that could make so much more money if he fought Anderson Silva just once. That's a super fight. If he won, the accolades would be unending. His price level, I believe, in my personal opinion, would go up. He hasn't seemed, in my personal opinion, too eager to do it. He hasn't moved up a weight class, hasn't fought anyone up a weight class. What's up with that? When he fought BJ Penn, this and that, whatever, didn't say, hey, I'll go down for a catchweight fight. I don't believe, maybe I'm forgetting something. Paul, did they fight at a catchweight?
I don't think they did.
I don't think they did.
BJ moved up.
And you know, why couldn't you say, hey, let's make this at 165 or anything like that? You see what I'm saying? When you start putting it all together, and then to top it off, look at how GSP fights. A lot of people say he lays and prays. He didn't sit there and trade with Thiago Alves. Unlike Nick Diaz that wants to beat someone at their own game, even when, in my personal opinion, it's not that smart to do it. GSP doesn't do that. Now, that's smart as a fighter, and it's smart to not take damage, and it's smart to retain your championships. However, you add in this, you know, the alleged lay and pray. You add in the super preparation to make sure that you're physically more dominant. You add in the not moving weight classes. You add in that Sarah. And you add that all up. And to me, I see someone whom, in my personal opinion, is a great champion, is very intelligent, is doing what he needs to do to win. But I think if you have the ability to push that guy, I'll lay out my battle plan next video, actually, on all that. And I might actually have to go out to either Caesar's Place or CSA or somewhere else and demo this, of how I believe you beat GSP. You have that kind of person right there, and I think that presents a vulnerability. If you push him, if you get him in deep water, if you fight the fight in a certain way, you might find that GSP is not as mentally tough as he is physically tough. And I think that's what we could see. And to say it another way, and as much as I love Brock, maybe not unlike Brock. You know, I think I'm the biggest Brock fan in the world, but Brock's kind of like, and Brock's mentality is a little bit different. You know, so, you know, but it's maybe an easy analogy for you guys to understand. I mean, those two are different mentally, definitely. Brock is a tougher dude, but he has other weaknesses that GSP doesn't, stuff like that. I don't think, as Cesar said, and I've said, I don't think GSP is the toughest dude. And I think that you can break him. And if it were me, let me put it this way. This is a bold statement. First of all, I'm not 170 pounds. But, I mean, I just know this dude. I know I have the perfect plan to beat him. My time has passed, whatever. But, I mean, I can tell you, you put enough money on the line, and I'd be willing to, if I could, you know, catch weight, this, that, whatever, we somehow get it. If GSP didn't knock me out, this guy's got some good strikes. If he didn't knock me out, I would beat him. I just know it, because I know how to beat that guy. And if people, that's a crazy statement. I'm telling you right now, if I wasn't injured and if I could get myself in decent shape and I didn't get knocked out, I could beat that guy. Oh, I'm stronger than him anyway, whatever like that, whatever. I mean, I just know how to beat that guy. You know, I mean, my wrestling's great. Everything. It doesn't matter. It's not about me versus GSP. I mean, look, I'm not trying to say anything. You know, all respect. You know, great champion, whatever like that, he's doing it. But I'm just telling you, the way to beat that guy isn't that hard if you can execute it. And nobody's tried to do it yet that had a chance to execute. Jake Shields can do it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Jake Shields can do it. Whether he will or not, we'll find out. Paul, anything you want to say in closing?
I would just say there is some comparison with Brock and GSP. A little different. Brock is a very tough dude.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that GSP is not tough. He's tough. You have to be tough to train as hard as he does and take it seriously. Brock's just a nasty dude. The difference with Brock is, and you know, this is, I guess this is kind of like GSP. Brock's not used to getting hit. He's just, I mean, he's wrestled his whole life. He's just not used to that aspect of the game. He hasn't ever really developed that skill, so to speak. That's where, whatever. Brock does not, you know, Brock isn't someone that's going to, like, give up under other circumstances or wilt. He's very tough. He just does, he's not good at that. Now, and just in closing, I think what you said is true. Again, we have full respect for GSP and for all the MMA fighters and promotions. This is just, you know, this is kind of an honest, objective assessment of what you see, and you're speaking as someone that was a high-level combat skills and strength athlete. And, you know, you're allowed to call it as you see it.
And that's it. And the thing of it is and Paul, you can speak to this.
Let me just say, I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you, but just to say this one more time, again, for the audience out there. People say, oh, you're not this, you're not that, you're too whatever. No. Is Jim Rome, will Jim Rome have a guest on and say, look, this guy quit in the game? Yeah, he will. Does that mean that Jim Rome's not objective? No. It means Jim Rome is objective because he's saying what he actually sees. We're not here to just be, we're not here to blow smoke up a pipe and just say everything's whatever when it isn't. We're going to call it the way that we see it. And John has specific skills and background to be able to do that. We're not trying to offend anybody, but we have to say what we see. And that's what he sees, and that's what he's saying.
That's it. This isn't an act. This isn't a gimmick. This isn't hype. This isn't, you know, a shtick. There's nothing like that. This is me. This is what I honestly believe. My duty is to you, the audience, to tell you what's up. That's what you want. I'm not here to be buddy-buddy with the fighters or anything like that. I mean, look, I like a lot of them, and I'm totally cool with them because I understand it, whatever, and I respect them and like that. But like Paul says, I've been there. I've been in the fire. If I was younger, let me put it this way. MMA would be like the perfect sport for me. Okay? Paul has seen me. Okay? Paul has known what's going on right there. All right? Whether it's in you know the martial arts stuff, you know, the lifting, the wrestling and that, whatever. I mean, Paul can tell you right now. I mean, Paul, straight up, in terms of mental toughness, being able to fight through adversity, being able to fight through pain, being a hard dude that beat dudes way bigger than himself. You tell these people what's up with me. I mean, you know, you would have me around dudes that were 300 plus odd pounds that were scared of me. Okay? That's what... Go ahead.
John, yeah, I'll say this. Definitely that's the case. John is just, you know, he's a phenomenally strong, or was, back in the day, and still is, although not to the level he once was. We all get older. Phenomenally strong, and just has the certain mentality that makes him just ruthlessly tough. And again, I mean, that's a different perspective than some other observers of the sport have. And just because he's done that, and that's who he is. The same way that he brings that to the table, and I definitely can vouch for that. That's true. And other people than athletes that he's hung around, professional people that he's worked with and hung around, they all know that. I mean, that's a common knowledge. You
know what it's like, dude? It's like, I mean, to make the analogy here for these dudes, right? To understand, I'm like a combination of Wolverine and like Bruce Banner or Professor X, dude. Okay, that's what I'm talking about right there. Not like the telepathy.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're a lot like Wolverine. I would say you're a lot like that, except as you said, you've got the intellect of Bruce Banner, and you're the genius, or whatever. But your nature and whatever is like Wolverine. You're just a little bit bigger, so to speak, than what Wolverine is perceived to be.
Right. And that means that I understand, I mean, I understand, again, the strategy, like a Sun Tzu, all right? I understand the strategy and the tactics of how to break someone down, how to win a fight, how to win a situation, how to beat a video game, whatever. And you guys have seen it. anything that involves strategy, whatever, like whether it's business, video games, whatever, politics, I got it dialed in. Like, boom. And then when we're talking about like you know, competition, stuff like that, you know, it comes down to what are you willing to put on the line? Because I'm all in. Okay? And I'm coming back, not in like a, ooh, you know, like an unhinged way or anything like that, where it's like this, you know, berserker mode, wild and this and that, whatever, but in a focused, disciplined, you know, indomitable will mode. It's and Paul and I talk, it's another level, it's another gear or two gears. So if there are a lot of people I would compete against, like let's say mentally and or physically had 5 gears, I had 6, 7, or 8. Okay, and that could take it to a level that they couldn't or didn't want to or weren't willing to go. And simple as that. And I'm not trying to sit back here and say, oh, I'm the toughest and the baddest. I'm a lawyer. I'm working, you know, on a family, this and that, whatever. That's fine. It's someone else's time now. But in terms of understanding, you know, if I really need to get back in there and the money was on the line, whatever like that, you best believe I can do it, number one. And number two, I know what the deal is. And, you know, times may change and that, whatever, but you know what? Athletes really don't. What's really going on here, and you know, in terms of all that type of stuff. And I see someone like GSP. I see someone that's phenomenal, but they can be beat. And someone like Jake is tougher than GSP is, if he can execute the game plan. And I'm going to talk about how what the game plan is for Jake to beat GSP next. So stay tuned for that. I know we're going to get lots and lots of comments. That's fine. Bring them. Keep it clean. Keep it legit. And let's hear the theories back and forth. Because at this point now, haters, now you have to take a step back. Because now on national TV, in my personal opinion, you have Cesar Gracie, who is one of the most respected voices and coaches and masters in MMA, who seems, in my personal opinion, to maybe be agreeing with me in something that I was first out there on, in my personal opinion. What's up now? Give me the comments below, subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal. That is Paul. We're Conservative New Media, and we are super excited for this matchup. April 30th, UFC Welterweight Championship going down in Toronto. We're going to be watching closely. See my next video where I talk about how to beat GSP, and we're going to be talking about this whole contest upcoming, and we know we've got all the other stuff. And make sure that you see my videos with interviewing Jake Shields and all the rest of it. Now you know what's up. You know, that's it. I'm John D. Villarreal. We will see you next time. You're watching Conservative New Media.